Hello. I would like to welcome everyone to FIBA EuroBasket 2022 in Milan. We are here in the pre-event press conference with Team Great Britain. My name is Martina Modem, and I'll be moderating the conferences here in Milan. Let's cover some ground rules. Please do turn your phones on silent. And if you have any questions, please raise your hand and we'll pass the microphone down to you. Here we have the head coach of Team GB, Nate Ranking, and team captain, Dan Clark. Dan, how do you feel about tomorrow's game against Ukraine?
Obviously, we're extremely excited to be here. It's obviously a big occasion for us, a big event, but we've got an extreme belief that we can make some noise at EuroBasket 2022, and that starts tomorrow against Ukraine. I think it's clear on paper who the favourites in our group are, in terms of the bigger name teams and the historic teams in European basketball. But I think after that, it's very much up for grabs for those last two spots, our last spot to qualify for the next round, which is our main objective. And that starts tomorrow as soon as the ball goes up against Ukraine.
Coach, you have played in EuroBasket yourself. What are your expectations for your team?
My expectations are just take this game by game and make sure we're competing. Our preparation coming into this, starting with the World Cup qualifiers, I think we take huge strides with our last game against Latvia, and I'm hoping that carries over into this competition. We stay within rhythm, but these guys have put in the commitment and the time to get GB back to this stage, and like I said, every game is going to be vital for us just to come out, compete, and stay in these.
Any questions? Microphone here, please. Thank you.
Hi, Emmett Ryan from Ball in Europe. Thanks, Dan and Nate, for your remarks. I suppose start out with Dan. Obviously, with basketball's attempt to grow in the UK, we're starting to see more investment in teams. You're obviously back playing in the BBL yourself. We've seen what London's doing. How important do you think it is for a GB performance at this EuroBasket to really help with the growth of the sport there?
Yeah, I mean, I think from the coaches to the players to the staff, all around the team, we're extremely aware of the importance and the relevance it could have for the growth of basketball in the UK, that the national team starts to become a focus point when basketball is talked about in the UK. I think at the moment it's not, and it should something that should become more relevant and more of a focus point, both for the growth of the league and for the growth of the game, from the grassroots all the way up to the GB senior teams.
Yep. Microphone, please. Thanks.
Thank you. I've got a question actually both for the coach and for Dan. First for the coach, obviously it would be a huge success for GB historically to qualify to the next round. Leaving aside what you think about your own team, when you see the opponents in this group, how do you rate your chances? Just basically the way you see the other 5 teams in this group.
I mean, you see their rosters, you see the talent, and you see the level those guys play, and it's an elite level. So, like I said, this is a special group with Great Britain, and I think there's something internally that the chemistry you can't label. So, in these sort of tournaments, I think that carries you a long way. The saying always, the better team beats talent sometimes, and we're just going to take that underdog approach into each game and play with a chip on our shoulder and, like I said, compete and fight it through, and hopefully, that supersedes talent.
Any more questions? Yeah.
Thank you. One question for Dan as well. Dan, obviously you have huge international experience yourself, with the national team, also playing in Spain. For guys that are less experienced than you, what do you think was the value of playing qualifiers in Newcastle, like the game against Latvia, which was a fantastic game to watch for any basketball fan? Do you think this sort of experience has helped the younger guys gain some confidence maybe in playing with the team?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that games like you said, like the game against Latvia have given us is experience. It's allowed those those young guys to see what it's like, to see what the level is like, and play against some of the best players in the world. Normally, back in the day, it was almost you had to wait for every summer to come around to play against some of the best players, and it depended on the group you got. And luckily enough, this time around, we're playing against some, as Coach said, some amazing, talented players that are playing at the very top of the game. So, allowing the younger guys to play against those type of players before we get to a big tournament, a big stage like that, is extremely, extremely important for us. And I think that's allowed them to, in some cases, take a very important role in our team, and in other cases, allowed them to be fully prepared if need be to perform at this level.
One, well, really for Coach or Dan. Obviously, tomorrow's opponent, basketball isn't the first thing on the minds of the people following at the moment. So just your own thoughts about it. Does it make it harder for you guys to, when you're thinking about a game prepping, knowing what they're currently going through with Ukraine, and do you have any messages you want to share with their fans?
Yeah, I can't imagine, what those guys going through. To me, like family and friends, that's first and foremost. And I imagine that's the same with their mind. Hopefully this is a place where they can, kind of almost not escape, but like enjoy this moment for them personally, inside those lines. Our hearts go out completely to that country. And like I said, basketball is a small community, so you guaranteed everybody knows somebody within Ukraine, is friends with somebody there. So it hits around the world, and it hits close, especially to your friends within the community of basketball.
Any more questions? Okay, thank you. This will conclude the pre-event press conference.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thanks.
Good luck tomorrow.